Alright, hey everyone, my name is Dan Saladas, and today I'll be talking about my community project. From point A to point B, the Whittier Cruiser shouldn't just be an uptown. Table contents. First, I'll go to the background. 2, who's responsible. 3, interviews. 4, academic research. 5, next steps / solutions, and 6, resources. So onto background. Rideshare in Whittier? Recently, about a year or so ago, Whittier introduced a free rideshare for people to use. However, it's only been implemented in the uptown area. It's very popular and very handy as it drives you around in a chosen set area. There are supposed to be plans to expand the cruiser to more places, but nothing new has come about. Why this matters. Uptown has always been a place where most people go for movies, food, shopping, or a night out. The majority of people who could actually benefit from the program can't even afford to live in the area itself, and the people who do live in the area who could use the program already have vehicles to drive themselves in the first place. It incentivizes more businesses into an area where people would be going into anyways. It further creates a distance from other businesses not in the area, and which leads them to getting less and less business. So, starting. Why this matters. Uptown has always been a place where people go for movies, food, shopping, or a night out. The majority of people who could actually benefit from the program can't even afford to live in the area where it's available. It incentivizes more business into an area where people would be going to anyways. It further creates a distance from other businesses not in the area, leading them to get less and less business because of the fact that it's just more convenient to go to the uptown area. And the people who can use the program already have vehicles of their own to drive themselves around the area. So, who is responsible? Alex Esposito is the CEO of the Cruiser program. It's spread across different cities such as Long Beach, majorly like Long Beach, and some areas of, I believe, San Diego. LA Metro is in charge of the funds overlooking the program. The program is still in its trial stage, which is in partnership with Whittier City Council, which have all approved the program. And as stated, there are plans to continue to further expand it, but there have been no new advancements on it yet. So in my interviews, I interviewed many members of the community and local business owners, a majority who mentioned the same thing. They would be in favor of paying based 1 cent from their taxes in favor of having a rideshare that a majority of people can use. One member of the community, Luis Robles, works as a security guard in Whitwood. He overlooks a lot of these businesses that don't get as much attention as the uptown area, which gets tons of funding and money from Whittier City Council, especially since the city council is in the uptown area. And notices how lots of these outside businesses are struggling due to the fact that they're just not getting as much footwork or traffic. Sure, there's the buses that can bring people there, but they don't have something like the Whittier Cruiser program, which could benefit them and many people in the surrounding areas. It doesn't have to drop them off at their houses, but it could just be there to have people have a convenient way of going to their cars or going to work, or just traveling across the area that the uptown people already have access to. This program should and needs to be expanded across the majority of Whittier, and not just in the places that are already nice. We need to stop ignoring the other areas of Whittier. In my academic research, according to APTA, Economic Impact for Public Transportation has a direct correlation with higher economic impact for the better. If we were to invest more into our public transportation, not only would we be expanding the job market, but we would be bringing more attention to businesses with the help of public transportation. We'd be able to provide those who can not afford a car / driver's license due to age, finance, or environment, be able to get the necessities that they need them, or the ability to go out and have a great time by themselves or with their friends, cultivating even more community, and even cultivating more community around these businesses that wouldn't have had access to it beforehand, increasing overall prosperity across the entire city. So, solutions. Of course, expand the Whittier program across Whittier. Expanding the cruiser would be a huge step forward in making the whole city prosper. The cruisers don't have to drop people off of their houses all across the city, but expanding in multiple places would be a huge benefit for the community and increase the foot traffic in multiple other districts and parks across Whittier brings us more together and increases business across the city. We could do this, and what brings me to my next steps. Petition and reach out to representatives. Ask more people if this in the city of Whittier, if they're in favor of expanding the cruiser program to other areas, as well as giving back more feedback to the current existing cruiser program, so that people, and namely City Council, LA Metro, and the cruiser CEO can see that people are using the program and that people would benefit by having it expanded across the city. We could reach out to community members and people who work for the city and in California, such as Barb Archuleta, who have a history of getting funding for what people want and getting things done, and especially has done the same sort of 1 cent tax raise in favor of helping the community, and has done so successfully across multiple cities. In order, we could bring the same sort of mindset and idea into Whittier, to that way we can keep the cruisers for free and still have them be afforded to be funded in the first place. Which, by increasing the amount of money that the businesses would have because of the foot traffic, would not be an issue, since people would also be saving on money on gas and public transportation, Ubers, all sorts of things, in order benefiting the entire community as a whole. Brings me to my resources, of course, community members Luis Robles and others, APTA, and Senator Barb Archuleta, who has the 1 cent tax on his website. And thank you for coming to my community project.